gyrocopter is in what's called an auto-rotative attitude at all times. An auto-rotative attitude just means that the upflow of the wind into the copter itself is what's keeping the blade spinning. Now that being said, it's very similar to throwing a frisbee disc, the way that the rotor system works on top of a helicopter or a gyrocopter. It gives you some lift, and in conjunction with the pusher prop on the back of his gyrocopter is what allows him to move forward and maintain lift and controllability of the aircraft.
And the Reader's Digest version of that is, as long as he's moving forward, that rotor will keep turning.
Is he the one that's the dare or the...
No, I guess not.
Roy Davis has an interesting background. He's built this gyroplane. He began his flying career in the South African Air Force in 1976. Trained in T-6s and jets, flew helicopters and combat search and rescue operations. And he's presently an international captain on the Boeing 75 and 767 with a major U.S. airline. He's got over 18,000 hours, over 4,000 hours in different rotor craft. And what he does with this demonstration is show you the agility, the maneuverability, and he emphasizes the extreme safety of the gyroplane in the event of an engine failure.
Now, as you can tell, you can hear when he's got the engine on and off on this thing. The blades over his head are never going to stop moving as long as he has either airspeed or altitude. Either one of the two is going to transition into upward flow through the blades and allow him to continue to have flight. He turns the engine back on to gain that forward airspeed once again, which allows him to climb. And the main rotor blade on top of his head, once again, is providing a little bit of lift. Now, this is kind of a tricky aircraft to learn how to fly. Not necessarily tricky, but they do have a specific type rating for this aircraft licensed by the FAA. So if you're a helicopter pilot, like I am, you can't just jump right into a gyrocopter even though you're an experienced helicopter pilot. You got to get type rated as a gyrocopter pilot.
Now I can fly backwards as well as forward, just like a helicopter. But remember, he's got to have that airspeed in order to keep that main rotor blade turning, which generates the lift. Just like the fixed wing on an airplane moves through the air and generates lift, the rotating blade on the gyroplane or a helicopter generates its lift. Dave, how he keeps killing that engine and showing us that even if the engine quits, he can essentially, I guess the helicopter would be an auto-rotate. I'm not sure what you call it, the gyrocopter. A gyro-rotate?
Yes, probably a gyro-rotate. It's always auto-rotating, so I assume it would be a gyro-rotate.
It's called auto-rotate and gyro also.
And ladies and gentlemen, as Roy finishes up his show, directly behind you, the jumpers are now moving through the crowd. If you'd like to get a closer look at their parachutes, feel free to walk up to them, let them know that you appreciate their jump. They might even let you help pack it.
Arrivals are over in the pit area fueling up for their performance. They're part of the show. That would be Patty Wagstaff and Mark Sorensen. Freddie Bannis is here.